Hi, girly.
Hi, girly.
I'm Eliana,
And I'm Derek.
and this is,
Episode 10?
yeah, girl, of
Woo!
the book club
For
for
the
the
girlies.
girlies. On today's episode of For the Girlies, we're going to be chatting about No Sweeter Poison by Leonora Mendez Castillo. Woo! This is one of our Hispanic Heritage Month reads, and
Yes.
we're really excited to be dedicating at least one book a week
hmm
for this month. Um, yeah,
To Latina authors.
yes.
Okay, before we jump into the episode, um, let's remember to like, comment, and share this video with all your friends and family. Make sure you are subscribed to our channel and that you press that notification bell. Okay, so you know when we post.
Yeah, guys, and as always, please be kind in the comments. Be kind to each other, be kind to us, be kind to yourselves, and be kind to this author, please.
Pretty please.
It's a big deal for us that you are so kind to the author because we did enjoy this book. Oh, spoiler alert. We're gonna get into this book, so if you don't want to hear the spoilers, just put us at a lower volume so we can get the view, please.
And make sure that you follow us on all our socials. The link will be in our description box below.
As always. So let's get into it. Let's introduce this book to you guys.
I'm
As I
so
said,
excited.
yeah, it's No Sweeter Poison by Leonora Mendez Castillo. And it is based in, it starts off in Barcelona, Spain, which I loved so much.
Me
I miss it.
too.
I want to go back to
I've never
Spain.
been, only in the Cheetah Girls.
I mean,
Two.
that was enough. It was gorgeous. And yeah, it's based in Spain, and then it goes into like the countryside of Spain a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. I love the fact that the main character Dalia, it's the two main characters are Dalia and Alejandro. Dalia, I loved the fact that she had the architecture mind so that she could really give us a rich description of what was
Mm-hmm.
what all of the opulence that they were living in. I loved that part.
Yes, it was very rich.
Yes. What else about this book should they know?
Oh, it's a mafia romance.
I love those.
I have never read a mafia romance.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, I had an obsession with one at
you would.
least. What? Yeah. I like it when it gets a little crazy.
And this got crazy.
It really did.
Dahlia is freshly graduated from Columbia. She's a New Yorican. First of all, we love a New York girl.
Yeah, we do.
And, and she is on a 3 month long European trip with
With
her
her cousin,
cousin.
Karina.
Yes, her cousin's sister Karina. And they meet this guy. They stumble into this restaurant. They meet this guy. And
He's hooked on
oh
her
yeah, yeah.
from the
Immediately.
moment that he sees her.
Immediately. He's locked in.
It's that kind of read, you guys.
The
Mafioso hooked on her immediately, can't let her go.
spicy, spicy,
She
spicy.
spends the next 3 months with him. A lot of things go down.
Spicy, spicy,
Her cousin
spicy.
has to leave because she's planning her wedding with the trash bag,
Uh,
Brent. Trash bag.
I wish I had more hands so I could give Brent more thumbs down.
I would agree. It goes between Dalia and Alejandro, which I thought it was interesting. Typically, when they do that, they switch it from chapter to chapter, but it wasn't from chapter to chapter this time.
No. What the? I did mine.
Yeah, kudos to you, Leonora. You did something different
Innovative.
there. This is also the first installment in the Poison series.
Yes.
There are two books out currently, and the third is out September 27th, which I'm not sure if this episode will be up by then. I think it will be, but I'm about to
Oh,
binge.
for sure. I'm reading that same book.
I'm about to binge so I can read the other ones. Are you kidding? I'm excited.
Me too. So, was this a long or short read for you, E?
It was short, and also it's literally short.
It's literally short. It's like 250 pages or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's different based on whatever
Device
device
you're
it is
reading
that
on.
you're reading,
Yeah.
but it's literally short and goes by so fast. Oh, you know what I also noticed that in the book it's formatted not like You know how most books it goes like day by day. This one
Yes, it was
skips.
skipping time. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
that.
liked that too. Again, kudos to you, Leonora, for doing
Hmm.
things your way.
Yes. So, with that being said, E, let's jump into more of your likes and dislikes.
Okay. I'm excited.
I want to hear.
So I liked the setting, as we were just talking about.
Hmm.
I miss Spain, want to go back. I liked also that Leticia and Diego as side characters. They were likable. Leti was crazy, and Diego was just really cute and sweet and funny.
Hmm.
I wish we had more of.
Diego.
Yeah, I wish we had more of Diego, but I also wish we had more of Leti and Dalia's bond. We
I
gotta,
enjoyed at the end.
yes, I enjoyed it so much, but after I read that, I was thinking, oh, I actually would like to see more of Leti in general. Maybe,
Hmm.
maybe another
It
book about
humanized
her.
her for me.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. You know,
and
for
I'll
a
get into
while
that.
there, I was a little confused at her age. When they said she was 18, I was like, what? Okay, you got a lot going on, Letty. I also loved that Letty called out her brother's unbalanced power dynamic with Dahlia.
Mm.
Again, kudos to this author because typically they don't mention that it's weird.
Yeah.
Dalia is 22, just got out of college, and while Alejandro is not that much older than her, he still is very clearly
Older.
older than her, more mature than her, has a lot more power than she does in general in life. He's 27 years old. He's the head, basically, the head
Hmm.
of this mafia family. Yeah. The other thing that I liked was I'm not sure that he made Dalia leave because of like for benevolent reasons,
Mm.
but I like that it happened anyway, and I think she should leave for longer than 3 months. He says 3 months at the end. I think it should be for longer. But we'll see. Cause I'm definitely gonna read the other ones.
Yeah. You're skipping ahead.
What did you like?
um, so starting from the beginning, I really liked reading about somebody I know. I felt like in the beginning, but I felt like I knew this character, so I was like, oh, okay. So it was fun to like. I felt like I knew those characters, her and her Karina and Dahlia, and I love their dynamic. I love sister cousins. I love family that's like closer, bonds like that that are close.
Mhm.
And I loved they had their little trip going on. I loved the closeness of Alejandro and his siblings as well. You'll see it's a theme with me with like family. It's like number one. um, but yeah, I really enjoyed those dynamics. I also love the setting. I was very jealous that they how they reassured her all the time when she was there. There was like a part, and this might be like a quote, but she was like, "You guys are held to me. I hate it here. I hate you guys. I'm here with people who I hate, and I'm being held captive."
Mhm.
He's like, "Since you hate us, like,
Yeah.
since we're treating you so bad, like, oh, here's my credit. Like, girl, shut up." But
You see
yeah.
how these books get you?
Oh, this book got me. The notes that I wrote are so funny, bro. We'll get into it. We're gonna get
Yeah,
into it.
we have to. So my dislikes, as I said before, the classic just graduated college story with an older, powerful man. Don't really love that, but
Hmm.
like I said before, she addresses it a bit. And I wanted more background of the family. The mom story, I don't know, something weird about that. And also, who is the blood relative to Abuelo? Did I just skip over that? Is it the mom or the dad?
It's the dad. I thought.
I guess. I don't know.
I assumed it was the father.
Okay. Anyway, third dislike is we have the classic mafia, you don't want to get close to an outsider to to fall in love with them. However, I feel like this time it's not made clear if he's supposed to be in an arranged marriage because typically when we're talking about these kinds of books, it'll be because they generally say, I don't want to be in love. I don't want to do that. I don't want someone to have to take care of like that because they become a target in my life. But I don't think that that was that clear in this one
Hmm. No,
because everybody else, like, he was going to get married and other people get married and stuff like that. What's going on here? Is he gonna, what, are you gonna get into an arranged marriage? What's happening?
I thought it was pretty clear to me.
What was it? Tell me.
He was a lover boy through and through. A lover boy through and through. Like he wanted to be married. He wanted to be
I thought so too, but then he was so against going through with it, you
with
know?
her, with Dahlia, you mean? I
Yes.
think it was because of the situation that they were in. I don't think it was.
But then he also was not acting like a lover boy, to be honest. He was going
I
to
think
different places
I
to
think
find
situ
women
I
and
think
stuff like that.
situation got crazy.
What?
I said I think the situation got crazy.
In what sense?
In the sense that she was there and like why she was there and why she had to be held. I think he was
No,
trying to
that's
set
not what
the.
I'm saying. What I was
Oh,
saying was that he was actively choosing to find people to hook up with in different countries and different
oh, you mean
places.
previous to
Yes,
her?
like
Oh,
that was his MO, that he, let's not act like he was trying
no,
to
no, no.
marry anybody. He was
Settle.
Regina, he tried, but after that he wasn't really trying, and then she captivates his attention and he's like, "No. We must keep you safe."
But we know how these boys do. They get their heart broken in kindergarten and then they hate women for the rest of
For
their
the rest
life.
of their lives.
Okay,
Get
so
a grip.
he could have just been, in his bag with that. Like Regina did
Stupid.
him dirty, so he was like, all women for the rest of my life.
I guess
My mom left me, so all women for the rest of my life.
I just needed more of, I needed to be more believable.
Mm.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. What are your dislikes?
I did not enjoy
The criminal activity?
the executions of their enemies.
Yeah.
um, it was jarring, and it was like I was legit like. So this was not an audiobook. I know we go through that every episode where I'll read while I'm at work, listen while I'm at work, and then read. This one doesn't have an audiobook, so I only could read. So I was legit like, well, wait a minute, why? And it was like the calmness in which things were happening. And so I wasn't really sure if I was supposed to like him. I was really battling with myself. There was, like I said, this is my first mafia book, so ladies, gentlemen, bear with me. I know y'all. I, I'm new to this, but y'all is true to this, and I am not. So I was just, well, wait.
To me, what was jarring was Dahlia being like, after it happened, she would be so chill about it. She'd be like, I kind of liked it.
I said I want to run. Before I was like, bro, you
Girl,
got to get out of here. I was like, I need to get out of here. Like I felt like I was being kidnapped. I was like, I gotta
you
go.
felt like you were being desensitized.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on? She was like, I know he just killed 4 people, but that's how
I
it read.
feel
That's how it read to me.
it really was. It was like, wow, he did that for me. He's protecting me, girl.
You're insane. And then when she did it, I said, oh, oh.
She's about that life.
That was my biggest dislike was all of
Mm-hmm.
that. I also I didn't love Karina.
Mm. Explain.
I struggled with Karina a lot. I loved her as a character. I loved that she was her cousin and like I loved them together. How could if this woman is your sister, like that, like she's your cousin, but she's your sister. That's like that's your ace. And she like, I hate this dude. How is this the man you're planning to marry? And they're valid. Like I don't know. I just I would hear you out.
Karina seems insecure to me.
Yes, obviously. I just felt like she wasn't thinking for herself ever, and that really bothered me. It really like you plan this big beautiful trip because you're getting married, and you're like, okay. And I thought that I was grown up to be like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna be able to do this anymore because I'm gonna be married now. So let's make it real big and real special. And you ditch because he's mad about something? That would make me even more. That's even more reason to not marry this guy.
And you're only
22?
21,
Like, you
22
guys are so young.
to be having this kind of drama
Yeah.
that you can't even go on a 3-month long European trip with your cousin.
How are we talking about marriage?
Yikes.
You don't trust me enough to. I'm telling you, I was sick on a boat. This guy was just helping me
Hmm.
because.
He knows what he was doing.
Hello, a herd dog always gonna howl. Okay. I don't know why I talking like old people what I do.
It's the fact that you said a hurt dog always gonna howl instead of a hit dog gonna holler.
I got it. Whatever. Last is like Dahlia. I can't stand a woman character or no woman character. I can't stand a character period, but it's usually the female lead who does not listen. And it's like for your
Oh,
safety. This is gonna be another recurring theme for me. It literally irks me. Do not leave this room. There are 12 families here full of men who might want to kill you. Why'd she have to sneak out of the room? Like, I don't even get what the like
the need,
the appeal of that was.
yeah.
Why did you do that?
But also, that's why people like her would get themselves into the situation in
Exactly.
a
Because I would,
book.
yeah, yeah,
Because you're not
yeah.
very intelligent.
Like zero, like that was very un New York of you. Where are you from? I'm just trying to understand what instinct, like,
She doesn't have any instincts.
oh, that drove me insane. Like, it was
Okay, you know
constant.
how she doesn't have any instincts. That whole fight that they had, she had the means to do what she needed to
Literally,
do,
you had what
and
you needed.
she let it go. What?
Sis.
That whole scene
She
drove me nuts.
stressed me out so bad.
That was unnecessary. That whole scene was unnecessary, and it was all her fault.
She stressed me out.
And then in the end, she was really happy with herself. I was like, "Girl, you're gonna live this life. You're gonna need to improve."
Yeah, she needed some lessons or something.
Really. Moving on into our ratings segment. How would you rate this book?
Okay, so we don't rate things normal, like the
Oh,
normal
yes, I forgot
girlies.
about that.
It's okay. We don't rate things like normal people. So we rate things on a scale of WTF was that?
Interesting, but wouldn't read again. It was
It was good.
good. Loved, would read again.
And
And
how will I ever go on?
yeah, so give it to us. How did you rate this book?
Loved but read again.
I did too.
Yeah.
'Cause it's so short. I
Yeah.
I ate
Short
it
to the
up.
point.
Yeah. I could see this becoming one of the series that I read over
Over
and
and
over
over.
again.
It was very, we didn't mention this, but it was very nostalgic of the books that we read.
Yeah, as like
Yeah, it was
teenagers.
teeny girls.
It has that addictive feel to it.
Mm-hmm. Of the like,
So much drama
yes.
happening. Like I said, I like it when it gets crazy.
Oh wait.
Next up is our quiz segment
Mm.
where Derek is going to ask me questions about this book. Guys, help.
It's fine. It's only like 3 to 7 questions.
3 to 7?
I'm kidding. Am I? Okay.
Get me out of here.
Okay. So who says this quote? Okay.
Mm,
Alejandro's an overgrown man child who likes to throw temper tantrums.
Diego.
Wow, yes, you didn't even let me tell you.
I remembered that one. That one was
It
funny.
was funny. I
He
enjoyed
called him a
Diego.
man child. You right.
That's literally what he is. He was being a baby. I feel like this is easy. You ready?
Okay.
Do you think he's angry with me? Who said that? Was it Letty? Was it Diego? Or was it Dalia?
Dahlia.
Yeah. So the second question was supposed to be, do you think he's angry with me? And you said it was Dahlia, but who was she saying it to?
Do you think he's angry with me?
Was it Letty or Diego?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, E. You were reading this book.
I got 3 out of 3.
Let's jump into our tearjerker and meaningful quotes.
So nothing made me cry.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. Good to know we're on the same
Yeah.
page. Uh, this I don't have the quote for it
Okay.
because it's not that important. But I did a double take when he gave her the code and how to get out of the room immediately.
Immediately.
So I knew this book was gonna be crazy, but with when he did that, I was like, oh, this is setting in. This is gonna be crazy, crazy.
And that's why I feel like, as a New Yorker, instantly, if I was ever in that situation, I'd be like, hmm. And I don't feel like she had that pause.
Yeah, no, she definitely didn't. Also, you instantly remember the code. It was 590110.
Come on. Come on. You know I remembered it. I said, oh, 59110. I know how to get up out of
Yep.
there.
And my other quote was, we're Latin, we're Catholic. For women like us, marriage is a different kind of beast. Infidelity, swallow it. Because men have needs and urges and they're weak. Women are stronger. That's why it's our responsibility to forgive them.
I thought you when I read this, I was like, oh, I can't wait to hear what you got to say about
Ridiculous.
this.
Dalia is talking to Alejandro about why she's debating telling Karina about her suspicions, Mr. Brent trash bag. So this was something I grew up understanding was simply the way things were with women around me,
Mm.
but I didn't acknowledge that it was a product of our culture as a whole until I think end of college for me.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, which was always stupid because we're always the stronger ones, and yet we have to give them the the place as being stronger and smarter than us, and it's not true. The amount that the way that we are raised is so different to the way that men are raised.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my culture, the way that men are raised is so different to us,
Yeah.
and yet we are still expected to bow down in a lot of ways. And then in other ways we're expected to step up and have to handle a bunch of crap. But yeah, the quote was funny but also annoying.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Um, about that quote,
Yeah.
it was jarring too. I was like, is that for real? Like, yeah. But I agree with what you just said about that being the way things are in your culture. I feel like that a lot of women across cultures might feel that way because yeah, they always say moms like coddle their son and like raise their daughters.
Yeah. So
And it's
there
not, I'm sorry, but I don't necessarily even think it's coddling of the sons. I mean, in some situations, of course, but just different expectations.
yeah, your
Yeah.
daughter's a warrior.
Always.
Your son is a child and your daughter is a warrior. Um, what I was thinking of was I saw someone tweeted a while back and it was about Cardi B and Offset,
Hmm.
and they said something to the effect of, what else did you expect from her? She's a Dominican Catholic woman. She's gonna stay.
Mm,
Sorry. And your journey is your journey. If she decides to really leave him this time, good on you. But also, if she doesn't, also good on you. That's
yeah.
your choice. But yeah, she's a Dominican Catholic woman. That's how it goes. I had other things, but did you have any that you wanted to share?
Standout quotes. I had a lot of moments in this
Mm-hmm.
book that caused me to like pause. Um, in the beginning, a lot of them were centered around Letty,
Mm.
cause
Homegirl was doing a lot of things.
so first it was he goes excuse me, uh she created that poison
Mm-hmm.
that took the man out, and like the way they described what happened to him and how rapidly it happened to him Uh,
She said it's because he didn't eat his soup fast enough.
yeah. And
I
then,
believe her.
okay. Um, this little girl's 18. Um, but then Alejandro was like, Diego often suggests that we send her to therapy. And I was like,
Yes.
mm-hmm. But then immediately after that, so this is when they find, the guy, they're like, this is what has happened to this man. He says, Letty reaches into the pocket of her dress and pulls out a cherry candy. She pops it in her mouth and says, arsenic's my favorite. I literally wrote, oh, Letty's a problem. Letty is a problem.
Yes, she is.
She
Don't
needs,
mess with Letty. She will get you back
yeah,
in whatever way she deems necessary.
insane.
Yeah.
So this is after the four people in the car bit.
Mm-hmm.
She says, Dahlia, I always had to protect myself growing up from the world, my parents, our circumstances. I've been protecting myself ever since I got here. Maybe I don't need to do that anymore. And I literally wrote, ma'am! Because what are you doing? What are you saying?
How did you fall into this so quickly?
That part. That whole part.
She, it's, she was made for this.
I have one more insane thing she says right after that.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about it, getting kissed like this was really worth getting shot at in the end. And I wrote, no.
No. I mean, hey, she has her.
Raise y'all kids, okay? Because look what happens.
That's very true.
Raise your children.
That's really true. That is what happens. Then they're
Lord.
just dysfunctional. She thinks her life is a video game. I'm serious.
No, she did.
She thought her
I
life
don't
was a
think she
video
was like,
game.
there's no way she was like, this is real life. She was like, because you know how sometimes when you're on vacation, like a budget ain't real. Like
Yes.
I feel like she was in vacation
All
mode.
I thought of was exactly how I felt when I would play Bratz on my GameCube. I'd be like, this is chaotic.
Okay, playing The Sims and ruining
Sims,
people's lives.
yes. Oh, best thing ever. Or the hookup.
Not the hookup on the end. Girl, you
Yes.
brought it back.
Yes, I did. That was
Wow. I
amazing.
played a hookup today.
Me too.
Insane. I really do feel like that's how she was living.
Yes.
Because it was like, huh?
And the fact that your cousin, okay, so you lived your life like it was a video game, and your cousin was not with you for the 3 months that she was supposed to be with you, and she's barely talking to you, and you don't care. You're so enveloped, enraptured by what's going on with this family in this house. You're so unwell.
You
How
need
do you
therapy
not?
too.
Yeah, you're the first one that needs therapy
No,
here.
it's still Letty. It's still Letty.
I don't think it's Letty. I go up for Letty.
If y'all don't see me on the next episode. You know what I'm saying?
Another quote that I had was, this was the abuelo said this. He
Mm,
says, besides, a woman's insults are a love language. You have to read into them very carefully. I thought that was so funny and
me too.
also accurate,
I was like, don't be telling our business.
but especially from me thinking, especially from Latin women, because in my family,
All y'all do is insult each other.
all we do, you are anybody that we love, you are ugly, you are annoying, you are stupid. And I love you so much.
Oh, 100%.
That's how it is.
But you ugly. Yeah.
Duele jodón. Jodes mucho. Feo. Other one was, she sat there and listened to me divulge the absolute horrors of my life, and she refuses to let me take myself too seriously. And this is Alejandro talking to himself about Dalia's response to learning more about his first encounter with the life. And and what happened after his dad passed away.
Mm.
So, honestly, this is kind of my life's motto. Why am I gonna sit here and let the unfortunate circumstances devour me? And it reminded
Mm.
me of the quote from Ketanji Brown Jackson's memoir. I didn't read it, but I know that her mom says this in the memoir. She goes, guard your spirit, Ketanji. To dwell on the unfairness of life is to be devoured by it.
Ooh,
Don't let it happen to you,
don't let
because
that
we're on a
happen
floating
to you.
rock. And what does this all really
I
matter?
love that.
That was it for my quotes.
Okay, I like that.
Hmm.
Like I said, I do have a couple things here. But I did want to shed light a little bit on two things. When Dahlia is like comparing, contemplating, like the bad people that they encounter
Hmm.
to Alejandro, and she says they were bad people who intended to harm me, but they were still human. Does that count for something? And I went, does it? You know what I mean? Because and then she later says like he's doing the same thing.
Hmm.
I was like, that's. I was trying to. I kept trying to picture myself in her shoes, and I just couldn't because I kept getting to the. I would never be in this situation. Like I would never even like allow this to get this crazy.
No.
She's too deep. So I couldn't. I was like, I don't know what would I do if I was like. How would I react if I was in love with a man who was like the head of a mob? It's like, Derek, that would never happen. So
No.
we can't even imagine it. We can't even play pretend or what ifs because it just wouldn't happen.
I can imagine not caring as much about the other side. Just because, as they say, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, did it really fall?
Like I said, if I'm not here next
I'm
week,
saying I could imagine that, like, I guess that's how it feels. Sure, you can know they're human beings and, they deserve life, but at the same time, I guess if you're in the middle of the situation,
sure. If it's me or you, I mean,
what a, I
yeah,
don't know.
you know,
Not that I'm
yeah.
not,
Hey, oh, hey,
I'm not
chill
telling you
out.
to do nothing.
Don't you do it.
Please think about
Not
it.
on my behalf.
Yeah, but I can understand why people in that situation just don't think about it.
Mm.
I can understand. Doesn't mean that I would feel that way. I don't know because I wouldn't be in that situation.
And then the last thing I just wanted to take note of was when Letty and Dahlia have their girls' day, and she
Hmm.
realizes that Letty's young. She be doing some wild things, but she's young, and she says, "Getting naked in front of another person? I cannot imagine anything worse." And I went, Letty, there's nothing worse than that you can imagine. You've done, and
Arsenic is her favorite.
but getting naked in front of somebody
Arsenic is her
is the
favorite.
worst thing she could think of. There's nothing worse,
Arsenic is her favorite.
but being in the nude would ruin her. Oh yeah, get that baby some therapy. Y'all got insurance. I know you do. Please, please, and I can't wait to Well, that's the next segment.
Okay.
Okay.
So our next segment is superlatives. Did you have any superlatives you wanted to award to anyone?
Um, the biggest fool, Dahlia.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Also, Karina,
Oh yeah,
goofy
she's top. She's the top fool.
girlfriends. What are we
Yeah,
doing?
I gave Letty best dressed.
Period.
She was doing it every day, girl.
What's your thing with Letty? We'll dissect it another
I
time,
don't
I
know.
guess.
I just enjoyed her being cuckoo bananas.
I know.
She went full send on the cuckoo bananas because Alejandro was like, I'm normal, I'm chill.
He's like, this is my job. Diego was like,
Diego, I gave class clown. It was just funny.
middle
And
kid.
then Letty is confused, and I'm with it. This is her life. She has no other
They call them,
way in life at all. Honestly, when you think about it, all her life has just been her two brothers and her. She doesn't have any other reference
that's
for
what I was gonna
anything
say.
else.
When he talks about when Alejandro talks about their family and how the business started, and he's
Hmm.
like how the grandfather, made his children, have this like animalistic kind of like behavior to succeed, and he was like, and it just turned into them being animals. And I was like, that's kind of Letty. Like she's just like a feral
Yeah.
animal because she was raised by these wild boys. Her mom left at such an early age, so her influence is just like chaos.
Well, that is also part of the bond conversation is you can tell that she's missing that form of intimacy
Exactly.
in her life.
Yeah. I was
She
happy she had that.
Yeah, she only has like the productivity portion of it all.
Hmm.
She doesn't have a close relationship with them. But I also thought it was really cute that Alejandro was then worried about the
Yeah.
conversation and everything. He
He was like,
like
was she upset? Like what?
yeah,
I was like, oh,
you could tell that he was young when it all happened and wasn't equipped to do any
to
of
raise
that
nobody
stuff. But at the
kids.
same time, he really did care.
Of course, this is baby sister.
Yeah, interested to see
Hmm.
in the other books what
I know.
happens. So, anybody you related to in the book?
No,
Okay, I didn't relate it to anybody either.
what's wrong with you?
There was a lot happening.
What about big screen, small screen?
Ooh, I'm really excited about this
Okay.
because I saw it as an HBO series would be amazing.
Wow, it's
Yes.
so short.
Girl, you know that you could split that up.
Okay, I'm
You
not knocking you.
you could split that up.
Okay, I saw it as a movie.
Okay.
It was giving. What was the? I don't even know that you watched it. I think me and Nyla watched these movies together. They were on Netflix, and
I do see that it could be a movie, but I think it would be fun as a series to get into each encounter that they have. I think it would be cool. And then also that it's a three-part series.
right.
So, a lot happening. In terms of casting, I have Amy Garcia as Karina.
Okay, I don't know
I
her.
She is the actress in Lucifer.
Okay, put
She
that in mind.
she so she gives me Karina because she's tiny
Okay.
and she is she no 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 I thought this was the girl that was in Jane the Virgin and she's not. But Amy Garcia, she's really petite and she also can look quite innocent.
Mm.
So that gave me a Karina look or vibe. And then I have Diane Guerrero as Leticia. Diane is in Jane the Virgin. She's Jane's friend.
Yes, I was like, I know this name.
Yeah, she gives me a Leticia vibe.
Sure. Yes.
And then I don't think you're gonna know her because I didn't know her until I saw her photo. Michelle Ventimiglia as Dahlia. When I put up the picture, it might make sense, but
Okay.
she seems tall in photos. Dark hair, whatever. I think she could play her. That's if I don't even know if this lady plays characters in English, if I'm honest with you. I don't know. Anyway, and then for Diego, I have Diego Boneta. In the books, they're very like muscular men.
Mhm.
Diego Boneta is not very muscular, but he just gives me pinch your cheeks cute kind of guy. So I think that is the most prominent part of Diego's personality for me. And I also had Enrique Arrizon as Diego. He's another one that gives me a like pinch his cheeks cute. And then finally Alejandro was hard because I do feel like I've seen someone like him before, but when I looked up Hispanic actors, I couldn't find who I was dreaming of in my head. The one person that I found was named Rafael Amaya. He seems like he might be a good fit. He has a very, what is the word? His features are really striking, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could not picture anyone now that you've said um, Diana. I can
Hmm.
see her. I can see Letty as that. I kept picturing, maybe it's because of this movie, but I kept picturing, I think his name is Michelle Morone. Someone fact check me on that.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
I think that's his name.
yeah, I kept picturing Alejandro as that. He might be a little too old, but that's just who I was picturing.
Yeah, that was also a problem, was that the characters were pretty young. And
Yeah.
not for nothing, our big Hispanic actors are leaning more toward middle age now. So, time for some new blood, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, long into what did you learn?
I don't know that I learned anything because I was just so stressed out. So I didn't write anything down. Um, there were things I wanted to yell at people, but I don't know that I learned anything. What about you?
So, what I learned was that these types of books are great for the thrill and for escaping,
Mm.
and I love them even more if we talk about like making them into books or movies and stuff like that. And then they just they have that addictive quality because they have the outrageous things that are going on, and it reminds me as to why I got into these kind of books when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the only other thing was, I mentioned it before, it was Alejandro saying that she listened to him divulge the horrors of his life and didn't let him take himself too seriously. I definitely feel like that is not just something that I learned, but it's something that I learned is deeply ingrained in me as a human being, who what my personality is.
Mm.
I'm not going to take it seriously. That's all. That's what I learned.
I love that.
Thanks.
So would you read this book again?
Oh, absolutely. I would read this book again, and I would read more from this author.
So
I
would I.
really want to read the other two
Me
books.
too, and I'm going to. I'm gonna read
Yeah.
them this weekend. I read this book in a day.
Thank you, Leonora.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
That
that wraps
concludes,
up
yeah.
that wraps up our 10th episode. How crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are aware when we are posting and when we post.
Please make sure that you are following us on all of our socials. The links will be down in the description. And stay tuned for our next episode, you guys. We're going to be reading You Had Me at Hola by
Mm.
Alexis Daria. I think that is the name. I will correct myself if I'm wrong.
All right.
Thank you for joining us at this meeting, girlies.
Bye, girlies.
Bye, girlies.